What's up? It's Jackie New. Damn. Let's see. Wait, hold on. Okay. What's up? So I just came because first thing I thought of when I got up out the bed was, oh, you ought to get on live. Then I looked and the moon is in Gemini, so I should have cleaned this camera off. Hold on. Oh shit. Oh my gosh. There we go. Top of the day, y'all. So we're gonna start with pulling some numerology cards. Yes. We know the moon is in Gemini, sun is in Scorpio, Mercury in Sagittarius. Hey, I need to take this jacket off. Shit. I almost stripped for y'all that. Moon in Gemini, Mercury in Sag, sun in Scorpio. What it do, y'all? We're gonna pull some cards. Pulling out the numerology deck first. Top of the day to you. We're just gonna read the energies real quick. First thing I thought of when I got up this morning was you ought to jump on live. And last time my damn necklace was tangled up and that pissed me off. So we're not doing it this time. There we go. Yeah, the first thing I was like, that hit my mind was to get on live, and that very rarely happens. Early May Holmes. Emily May Holmes. You got a black girl name and a white girl name. Well, you got a black grandmama name and a white grandmama name. Emily May, because it's usually Ella May. What's up? That's probably like a fake ass name though, so it don't really count. Hi. Let me stay tuned into me, because when a lot of randoms come in the chat while I'm shuffling cards, y'all be throwing the deck off. Y'all be throwing a reading out. So let me zoom back into myself. Early this day, because I'm talking to me right now. We need 3 cards. It's a numerology deck. Each card is numbered 0 through 9, but every number has its own perspective. This is a number 6 energy right here. I know this is not a solution card for a 6, but we know 6 is the androgynous space. It looks like 2 energies that I'm not sure yet, but these energies are like repelling each other. 6 reminds me of sex. These 2 things are trying to have sex, but they don't like each other like that. So they're trying to force something. Something is trying to be forced in the androgynous realm of the atmosphere. Because before 6 is 5. After 6 is 7. This is another out of whack energy. Triangle in form though. 7 is the masculine energy. 7 is that new space, that new awareness, but something I think that's an inhibited. Let me get one more card, then we're gonna read the whole explanation out the deck. Come on, we need one more card. One more card. Got 20 people in this bitch, but I bet you nothing. Nothing. One more card, y'all. Okay, something just flipped. What that was? I don't see it. Okay, here you go. 9, and another androgynous space. Let's see. We're going to read what these energies mean. So, because sometimes when I try to read them too fast, I be wrong with the perspective. So let me just read it out the book. We got the number 6, 7, and 9. 2 androgynous energies and a masculine. So the 6 is, oh, this is an inhibited space. And the 2 triangles move in opposite directions. The forces of heaven and earth appear to be blocked. Unity is impossible. So whatever is trying to unite is not even meant. These are in 2 different worlds, 2 different atmospheres. They're trying to collide, but they're so out of alignment with one another, they're repelling each other. Or they could be synchronistically repelling each other. And that could cause for some type of oppositional alignment, if you understand what I'm saying, but probably not for the people that's currently in the chat. But we don't care. Number 7 is exaggerated. So this is the new awareness that you got. Okay, this is the space that 7 is now aware of, but the space is 2 repelling atmospheres. It's like 2, you say, like a fight, like you're at Mike Tyson fight, or a Republican and Democrat. Those 2 parties not joining with each other. They're these 2 atmospheres not being 2 things that are in alignment with one another, which is going to cause, in the 7 perspective, when things are supposed to be like in a awareness, like things are supposed to be produced, where the production is, where you're actually looking around the atmosphere. This is what 7 is, when you're actually like aware of what's going on, and this is inhibited. So whatever you're perceiving in this new environment that was created, you're not getting the whole scope. You don't even see the whole picture of what the fuck is actually going on. Oh, my bad. This is exaggerated, not inhibited. So you probably are exaggerating what you see. You probably are making something be what it actually is not, but just doing it maybe out of unawareness or unintelligence. Or you could be doing that because you know how some people overcompensate based on what they lack. You could be doing that because this is a lacking. This could even be a lacking of love, or it could be processed like that. 2 energies. But see, if you realize that these things are not supposed to go together, they're not supposed to go together. Maybe you can eliminate that that feeling of rejection, because this is a rejection. But it's not like something is rejecting something else. Both things are rejecting one another. Whether you realize that just like a woman having sex with a man, but her body rejecting them, pussy not getting dry, or it just, you know, hey, if you know, you know. But the woman not realizing that it's a misalignment, or the other parties maybe not realizing that it's a misalignment, and it could be causing exaggeration when it's time to express how wonderful that relationship is, but it's a lie. It's not wonderful. But that's just an allegory to what your scenario could be. The exaggeration here is the 7 materialistic in an exaggerated way. Like, we're not going to use that example. The spiritual trigon, craving recognition, sits on the square of matter. Therefore, it represents overcompensation. Yeah, something is being overcompensating based on these 2 atmospheres, or these 2 energies not being in alignment with one another, and not even wanting to. That's like, you know how the Partridge Family, the 2 parents came together and they had kids of their own. So what if 2 parents came together that were so-called in love, but when they brought their kids to meet each other, they hated each other? And that's the type of setup this is. So now things are being over-exaggerated, like everything's so lovely and beautiful for real, when it ain't. And that's going to create, that's a distortion, and that's a fracture And if you're materialistic and surface level, you may don't want to realize that that's what's going on, but you will reap that in the end. You will be able to clearly see what's going on eventually, because all things progress. And the point of the progression is to bring things into reality and understanding. So whether you understand things or not, you will go through the process and reap whatever the scenario calls for to be. We got number 9. Okay, this is the solution. Okay, I'm glad I didn't read it. Number 9 is solution. This is another space. So the solution is, because number 9 is a complete evaluation of the overall scenario. And this, it says here, we see the energy of Nonagon, which unifies thought, emotion, and actions in a harmonic way. So if you can just understand what's actually going on, and once these things are exaggerated, you could be the reason as to why certain things, you may exaggerate things in your own mind, heart, or whatever, or expression based on whatever the misalignment is. But if you can realize that that's what's going on, you might be able to save yourself. So when you have an ending perspective of when the cycle is at its ending point, you'll be able to evaluate things a little bit more calibrated. Because it says that here we see the energy of the Nonagon, which unifies thought, emotion, and actions in a harmonic way. Yeah, you'll be able to kind of correct. I ain't even going to say correct, because what's done is done. But you'll be able to calibrate going further into the next cycle based on the truth that you find in your current situation that you are experiencing, and maybe exaggerated, or somebody could be love bombing you or overcompensating for love towards you based on these things really not being a match. Y'all know what I'm talking about. I've been in relationships like that, saw relationships like that, and this goes beyond relationships, because I try to keep it open for all walks of life to relate and resonate. Everybody not in a relationship. Everybody may not be. Everybody, you could be going through situations that is the same energy, but has nothing to do with a relationship, and that might be more important. So I would prefer explaining it from a non-biased perspective so anyone can relate. But if you don't know how to, let me not say that, because I think if you get it, you get it. And if it's for you, you can get it. What up, Swetzel? He said, can I do you? What you mean? I don't know what you're talking about. Can I, like, are you, I don't know what you mean. Can I read you? Or can I do you? What are you talking about? Or you probably a robot, so it really don't matter. Let me see. So what we finna read out of next? Bruh, I forgot to read out the astrology deck. I usually do that first. Let's do that. Let's do that. Let's read out the astrology deck. Oh, you're not a robot. So what you mean, can I do you then? Read you. You gonna have to pay me for that. Look, you're gonna have to pay me, bro. If you want to read it, though, you can PayPal me at Jackie New in PayPal. Send me a donation that's more than $1. If you do it right now, I'll read you right now. But if you want a reading, go to Jackie. Hold on, let me see what I should tell you to do. If you want to read and email me, I don't want to email because I never check my email. Are you on IG? Inbox me. What you mean? Hell no. How much? Oh, okay. If you want to inbox me on IG, you got IG? I can read you now. Or send me the PayPal right now. We'll do it on live. PayPal, send me $10. We'll do a little quick reading. But before we do, now we're going to see if this individual is serious. Whether or not he's serious or not, we're going to pull some cards. The show must go on. I'm not your auntie, Amen. I'm an auntie, but I might not be yours, though. I never saw you before. And you are giving AI vibes, so. You are giving AI vibes. But Sage, you're not giving AI vibes. If you want to read, PayPal me real quick. It should come to my account. It is going to come to my account while I'm here. And then we can go from there. But until then, let's see what the energies hit like. And when I do a reading, I don't just do the cards. I also read the chart. So, well, I wouldn't do that on live, to be honest, because I don't got time to read your chart right now. But if we were to do I got to set up a professional process or system to where I can do reading. So, but we got the first house. Hey, actually, we're just gonna read this right here. And if you tapped in, and since we already done had this back and forth sage, this message can resonate for you regardless. You might not even need no reading, to be honest. First house. This is your individuality. So all things that we just got through describing, this is going to be very apparent to you, being that the first house came out. First house is a form of the awareness. Number one, Aries, the individual. This is the first awareness. This is how you are first perceived. So these things are going to be on your sleeve, or the sleeve of your partner, or the atmosphere. Whatever it is that you are observing that this is resonating or is corresponding to, it's quite obvious. So don't act like you don't know what it is in your own actual individual life. Let's pull two more. That one came straight on out. Number 10, it's another energy of type 1 type shit. But this is your status, though. This is what you are known for. So not only is it on your sleeve, people whisper, and when they talk about whatever they're talking about regarding you or the situation, this is a layer of how they describe it, whatever this is. So these things are understood. But other than outside of that as well, though, this is also your status. So whatever the scenario is would affect your status, affect your personality or your appearance, and it's all going to be based off of some misalignment over here, some inharmonious sex that's rejecting itself, or rejecting something, or you rejecting, but you over exaggerating because you want the look so bad. 10th house status, you want to look so bad, the look, so you over exaggerate and compensate for some misalignment. But the truth of the matter in the 9th energy, which is the final the expiration or the final observation, whether or not, although this is a solution space, that doesn't mean that that's going to fall out and play out in a harmonious way. You just might have to be faced with the truth, regardless of the fact. And it looks like that's what's going to happen. The truth, you're going to have to be faced with the truth. This is a solution. This is a clear overall understanding of what has been created. So anyway, one more card. One more card. Hold on. Let me turn these around. Yeah, we got 2-1 energies. But let me not read the astrological card, the astrological deck like their numerology completely. Then we got Mars. Mars is a fire energy. Where is Mars right now? What's in Mars? Hold on. I want to see real quick. Don't go nowhere. Take me 2 seconds. Wait a minute. She talking about she making the right financial. Bitch, I don't know. Take that long. That didn't take that long. Mars is in Leo right now. Take that long. That didn't take that long. Mars is in Leo right now. Leo, my crazy ass. I done put the card back in the deck. Anyway, I know what it was. It was Mars. Mars is in Leo at the moment. Okay. I didn't know that. Yeah, that makes sense. So Mars being in Leo, this is what you're entertained by. So some of these things that is in the misalignment, you are dealing with them and receiving them, regardless of it being a misalignment, all based on you wanting to have entertainment or being entertained. And that's going to affect your personality, how you are perceived, and your status, whatever this is that we're talking about. So let's go deeper, though. Let's go deeper. All based on, oh, it was fun. Oh, the gossip of it all. Oh, everybody's doing it. And you're over, that's an overcompensation in itself, what I just described. You being so giddy over some surface level entertainment that's not actually providing anything for you substantial. Like the person just asked, I thought you clicked ask questions. What? And she says is she making the right financial choices? If you can align what I'm saying, because this is not a personal reading, this is a group collective reading, so you're gonna have to have your own mind. It's when you're listening to like a genuine intuitive person, you will be able to grab what you need from them. So if you use your mind, you'll be able to grasp your own situation. Should you is your financial choices in alignment? This is how you can make sure that they are in alignment based off of what you're paying attention to, what you are entertaining in your first house and your 10th house. 10th house being your status. That's how you build and create finances and shit. So whatever you are entertaining, it is misaligned to what you are trying to produce and create. So if you can align those things, then yeah, your financial situations will be in order. But we're not just talking about you, though. We're talking about everybody. So let me not zoom in on you. You're going to have your own mind right now. You're going to have to think it for yourself. You're going to have to listen and use the tools, because we're just tools. I'm just being used as a tool right now. I'm not your NRB, because if I told you something and you actually do it, you'll be the fool, because you did it based off of what I said and not based off of the resignation of what I said. Or you putting the two and two together. You got to put the two and two together, bro. What up, Misa? What's my favorite artist? I don't have favorite shit, really. I don't got favorites. Now, I kind of do at this point, but since I haven't had favorite nothing for so long, it feels weird for me to say, oh, I just love this person, even though I actually do love certain people. But I haven't came into grasp with myself that I actually have certain favorites, and I could be low-key fanned out. But the low-key fanned out wouldn't even be on some shit that y'all, this is the entertainment sector that we were just breaking down. What I'm entertained by actually affects my spirit and my soul and my first house and 10th house. So my entertainment spectrum is kind of, since you asked me that question about what's my favorite artist, my intentions never even resonated on like favorite. I've never even had a favorite color before. But later here in my life, now that I'm beginning to calibrate my perspective and finding value, actual value in people, that's going to make me value the things about them. And a lot of them can entertain and dance and sing and shit. But, you know. But anyway, regarding the things that's in the reading, that what you're entertaining, those things may not be a genuine entertainment. You could just be being entertained based off of you running away from depression, or you just want to be entertained because you done made that a bad habit for so long you think it's normal now. But anyway, okay. I don't know if I meant to pull this deck. So we got the vow. The vow. You got yellow and black. Remind me of the bumblebee, but not really though. But the vow got two hands. This always reads as a message. The vow is something that you are determined to fulfill, to fill out. You told somebody you're gonna do it. I vow to you that I'm gonna do it. So the message is, we're gonna see. Hold on. We're gonna get there. Need two more cards. Moon is in Gemini today. I am a Gemini. Fuck you saying. Okay. Hold up, y'all. And I woke up with it on my mind to jump on. Oh, you got the offer in two hands. Gemini rules the hands. I'm just saying. Messenger is the air. I'm just saying. So let me incorporate that in the reading. Because I didn't mention though the Gemini energy, the communication or the emotional understanding that you could be experiencing right now earlier in this deck. So far we got the vow and we have the offering. If I vow something to you, say I vow to give you $1,000. That's also like an offering too, but hold on. We got the hand and the moon. That's Gemini energy. Gemini moon energy to me right there, if you ask me. But hold on. We got one more card I got to pull. One more card. Okay. The creator came out. We're finna see what this is about. Sun and Scorpio. Mercury and Sagittarius. Deeper meanings and reasonings based on what you're understanding. Okay. Because remember, like I said, this is giving Gemini energy. Gemini, Sagittarius is opposition. Is an oppositional energy. But what's in your heart space and what's in your thoughts are opposing one another to some degree too. But I didn't incorporate that in the earlier part of the message. But we finna read out the book itself. So we have the vow. In this deck, you got different categories. And I believe the vow would be an initiation. Let me see. The vow would be, yeah, it's a 2. Okay. Number 54, that's 9 energy again. That's another androgynous space. That's the overall perspective. Or the overall, like what you are vowing to, you know what you're getting yourself into to some degree. Or because since we had that exaggeration card come out, those cards being in its exaggerated space, you knowing that you're signing up for something, you asking for something that you can't even fulfill, or you may not necessarily. Let's read the book. I'm just reading the numbers so far. Then 173 is 11. That's 2 individual spaces coming together and So it's not that you could necessarily be finna ask for something that's too much. Whatever you're asking for, it's going to, whatever you're vowing to, excuse me, is it's going to be something that's going to take dedication and not necessarily hard work. Because when you love doing what you do, it's not necessarily hard work, but you do have to be dedicated to. So I'm not saying that you trying to eat too much and you can't even, your stomach ain't that big. It could be that you know what you're doing. But over here with the over exaggerated space, though, we got to keep everything in mind. Hold on, we finna read it out the deck. These cards did not come in the reverse, so that's good. The vow 173. Hold on. When the vow is spoken, the air shifts. You see the bird. Karmic ties are formed. So the vowels can only be spoken out your mouth for the most part. That's what they're saying. Or it could be a intuitive understanding or telepathic vows that you made. You know how you could look at something, you ain't walking around and see a cute guy, a cute girl, and y'all lock eyes. It's already understood that y'all feeling each other. Or you can lock eyes and tell, he don't like you, or I don't like him. But the vow could be an unseen thing. It could be some telepathic understanding. And speaking these things out will make them even more powerful, though, especially with the moon being in Gemini right now. But that even furthers the telepathic internal emotional understanding with that communication being in the heart space right now. But let me read this. When the vow is spoken, the air shifts, karmic ties are formed, and destiny tilts on its axis. That means that things can shift at any moment just based off of a word or understanding. Based off of a shift in understanding, things can change dramatically, drastically, not necessarily for good or bad, but things can be, see, we had the androgynous energy of the 6 and the 9 come out. Always remember that the atmosphere is the androgynous energy. Androgynous is always mutable. Mutable meaning that things can shift and change based on how you are observing and becoming aware of them and reacting to them. So based off of those internal triggers or internal movements or understandings, rather, things will be able to be calibrated. And that goes back to that 9 that was in the solution space. That's an overall understanding. And it was in its rightful place, too. Anyway, let's read the card. The air shifts, karmic ties are formed, and destiny tilts on its axis. Our words and intentions have immense power. There is a reason that the great mythic stories of our past often include the recitation. What's that mean? What's recitation mean? But it includes recitation. What do that mean? I don't know. But it includes the recitation of oaths and the mixing of drops of blood as a mark of union. Oh, recitation means like when you recited them and when you can affirm them. So it includes the energetic affirmation that brings a little bit of weight to what you are or affirming or vowing to. When you affirm these things or recite them with understanding. Only way you can recite something is if you know what you're saying. So if I recite something out this book, I got to read it. You feel me? I can't just randomly say something out my mouth. That's not a recite. When you recite something, it's already there. It's already there already. You just have to go over it and say it. So anyway, what we at? The tricky part is reciting the vow. That's the tricky part. Actually meaning what you are vowing to. That's the tricky part. Actually grasping what you are internally understanding and having an internal understanding so that you can vow to these things. That's the tricky part. Reciting the vow. No matter how casually activates see, every time I read all my cards, I'm getting a different perspective because I read this before and the perspective was slightly shifted, but right now it's in another perspective right now. So the vow, no matter how casually activates the eternal and unseen forces of the world. The ancestors, and previously what the point was the words that you speak out your mouth. Be aware of what you're saying because those words are going to come from your heart or your mind, that's how you create reality. So if I'm always saying, you get on my nerves, or you stink, or whatever the fuck, that's going to bring more things around me that is going to affirm or confirm that, yeah, shit is getting on your nerves, and you smell some stinky shit again. And that's because I kind of created that shit in my reality or my experience based on the words that I said and what I believed in my heart. That's how you create reality. Your words and your thoughts and your emotions. And how you formulate those things from the internal is going to be how you are perceiving the external. And whatever is around you, you are automatically going to have an energetic or a conscious reaction to it, which is going to shape your reality. So with that being said, we do Gemini energy in the heart space. Be careful of the thoughts that you're having right now, or align your thoughts that you're having right now. And you can do these things consciously with the words that you speak. Be aware of the words that you speak, and speak only certain ways if that's how you are trying to shape your internal and external reality. Be aware, because you do have the power to do these things. So the tricky part is the reciting of the vibe, blah, blah. The ancestors bear witness, because when you speak, you may don't see things around you, but there's energies always shifting and moving. As I'm speaking right now, the wind from my mouth is changing the atmosphere if I was able to see the air. And even deeper when it comes to the energies and the energetic changes that be happening just based off of how I'm feeling. I can feel mad. If you would be able to see an infrared picture of me, you might see red in certain spots moving based on my emotions and shit. So these things have an effect. The truth of the matter is you are creating your experience and your reality based off of that. So these promises, it's saying that the ancestors bear witness, or the energies around you are shape-shifting and morphing and bearing witness to the energetic changes that you are triggering inside of you or within others based on your actions and the way you're speaking to them, or your internal and telepathic ideas about things that is going to resonate during this time, because we're in a new time. Like, the unseen things in this world during this time hold quite a lot of weight. The ancestors bear witness. The laws of nature respond. These promises cannot be unsaid or forgotten. So breaking them can leave lingering complexities. And this goes back to whatever it was that you are taking on to in a higher end of the vibration. You could be taking on some things that you know that is going to require determination. If it was something that you did not want to do, though, it will require hard work. But based on this, since I'm reading it from the higher side of the vibration, this could be something that you love to do. Only thing you need is determination, because something that you love to do is not hard for you to do. So it's not hard work. So with that being said, where was I at? You breaking the lingering complexity. You breaking this vow could leave lingering complexities, of course, because if you broke something regarding something that you are meant to do or something that you love to do, and only reason you didn't do it is based on the determination, that lets you know that the lack of belief that you had in yourself in the first place, which is going to have long-lasting, lingering complexities and cause loose ends, because the point of life is to tie yourself together and become complete, so that you can understand who you are and what you are here to do and express God through you. And you can't do that if you're not determined, or you don't give a fuck about that. What else you gonna fucking give a fuck about? What else is there to care about? Like, actually care about. Like, I ain't talking about the surface level entertainments. You making sure that you got your cable bill paid and you got to go to work because, bitch, I want to go to the movies with all that dumb shit. No, I'm talking about what is there to actually care about, unless you are caring about things from a surface level, which is going to make you have to work hard to maintain it. You can be determined to have this entertainment, but if it's something that is not fulfilling you truly, it won't have a residual flow within your experience. What you are being entertained with should also, what you are being entertained by should add on to how you entertain others too. It should be some shit like that. Not you just being entertained and now you got to go and dig a ditch, or you got to go build a railroad just so that you can maintain the bills so that you can continue to be entertained. That don't make sense. So from that perspective, what would be the point? What in this world would move you into determination without hard work? That would be something that you came here to do. So, but whatever end of the perspective that you're on, I'm trying to hit those. I'm trying to get that whole little Likert scale or whatever. The offering. Ain't no way it's 38 people in this bitch. 20. I doubt it. Because how the fuck is that many people in here yet nobody speaking? I doubt it. But whatever. The offering. Because it's been a consistent number. And I don't see no movement in the chat. That don't even make no damn sense. So the offering. 64, that's number 9 again. Completion. We got a lot of androgynous atmospheric energy. The offering. The page number for the offering is 193, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. That's 4 energy. So this is you. 4 is something that's locked down. It gives me the vow energy, something that is promised. 4 is and something that is like grounded, something that comes from the earth, like me giving you money for a bill, that's an offering, or God providing some kind of way, God just miraculously providing something that you thought that you needed. But based off of this being some determination of your gumption of your soul, you will be able to have offerings. But if say you're needing to pay your bill and the only thing that you've been working for is entertainment and nothing that's going to actually add to the world or add to your legacy, or you're not trying to go to work so that you can begin to create something for yourself or from yourself based off of what you came here to do. No, you're just going to work to continue to live in that cycle. Live in that same ass mundane ass cycle. Going to work, then I'm going home to watch Love and Hip Hop. Then I'm going to the club because somebody partied. Like, what about the real shit? What about that? And you won't be getting grace. Because this is grace right here, the offering. This looks like a hand from spirit type shit. This is when people just, you may be in a rough spot and something just falls in your lap, or somebody just comes across you and helps you for no fucking reason. And that's the only way that you would have been able to get out that rut if something miraculous would have happened or supernatural. But based off of the intention in the first place of whatever you are exerting yourself into, for whatever purposes that you are overworking yourself, if this shit don't have nothing to do with no deep longevity from lifetime to lifetime, either things that's pertaining to what you are leaving as far as your legacy. And I'm not trying to make it seem like, oh, you got to have a big Fortune 500, 400 company. No, you can just be paying attention to things because you want to. This is what I love to do. This is something that I could do to show, if you know, you know. But if you're doing things from a genuine space and trying to live life and learn life and build upon your life with your own internal understanding, you trying to understand like deeper things beyond, let me understand this Microsoft system so that I can pass the test at work. No, I'm talking about you trying to understand like your character traits and trying to understand what it is that you are here to do, and overexerting. Oh shit, I ain't gonna even tell y'all what just happened. I broke my damn toenail. Anyways, what was I saying? What the fuck was I saying? I forgot. That just blowed me. And it was so pretty, but that's okay. Anyway, I don't even want to read that one no more. But, I ain't even read it out the book yet. The offering. Resonating big time. Misa. Where I'm at? The offering. 193. Okay. Okay. Unlike many of the other cards in the deck, the offering carries a clear as day message. It's clear as day. And we in the early part of the day. So this is going to clear the perspective throughout the day. Gemini moon type shit. This is the last day of Gemini moon too. So if you're starting your day off with me, you're going to have a clear perspective of what it is. Whatever it is that we're talking about is going to be mirrored throughout the day, whether it's the specific situation or scenarios that have the same energetic code. And you just peeping game over, oh, okay, that's synchronistically the same type of energy that I need to understand about whatever the fuck is actually the issue today. So the offering carries the clearest day message and a call to action. As you may have guessed, it is time for something to be given and given up for the sake of the bigger picture. If nothing comes to mind immediately, though it's likely that it will, take time in meditation to consider what must be offered. So this is also you offering or sacrificing something. And a lot of times when you're doing what you're supposed to doing on a soul level in a genuine space, what you are sacrificing, it's not even really a truly like a fucked up sacrifice that you may experience in the real world. But the sacrifice of you like taking an hour and say, okay, I'm finna sit down and I'm going to journal or I'm going to meditate or I'm going to wash my ass. That's actually not a sacrifice. That's something that is adding on to you in the long run. It may feel like it shouldn't even feel. That's like you having to work hard doing something that you love. How is that hard work when you love to do it? How is it an offering or a sacrifice when it's needed and it's necessary and it's going to provide more in return, the reciprocal effect? And that's the offering. It's a reciprocal thing. You don't want nobody always giving you something. You don't want to be the one that's always giving to somebody else. When you are in a reciprocal relationship, when things are given, it's like goes without saying, like, hey, bitch, I got you and I got you. But you know what I'm saying? That's very rare though. And you can't have that with every individual that you know. You can only first have that with yourself. And that's what we're talking about, the internal space. So it's some type of offering to you. Some type of offering that may not even have anything to do with like something material with other people yet. It will, but not yet, because the moon is in Gemini, but that ain't got nothing to do with it. So let me just read this. So if nothing comes to mind immediately, though it will likely take time in meditation to consider what must be offered and who is to receive it. It's likely you'll feel attachment and hesitancy. You'll make excuses, but recognize the link between the word sacrifice and the word sacred. Right. Because if it was sacred, it wouldn't even be a sacrifice. It's like transmute even that. You can transmute that shit. One leads to the other. When we offer up something to the greater good, we lighten our load and become more able to serve. Right. The reciprocal energy. Once you give to things that have an open arm to receive, it'll also have a cause and reaction effect back to you. You'll be able to it'll be a reciprocal thing. These things won't be in vain. And you'll be able to see what happened at the other side of it. Once you went through the process in a genuine space, you'll see that it all was a part of it. Like, it wasn't a sacrifice. It wasn't even fucked up. It wasn't nothing bad. It was needed, and it was a beautiful thing, because now I understand reciprocation from just within myself, without somebody else. That's how you learn to love yourself, or how you learn how the give and take goes by yourself first, with the universe or the world around you, and the energies and the mechanisms around you that cause that chain reaction, even when you're by yourself. But recognize the link between the word. Okay, hold on. Imagine for a moment if you were to offer your whole self unconditionally to the world. For now, start small. I want to tell Sweatsy something. I don't even know if he's still in here, but it just crossed my mind again. I'll say it later. Let me finish the reading first. So, anyways, that's enough of that one. Because let me go ahead and, because what time is it? Bitch. 8:25. Sweatsy, if you still, I'll tell you off camera. So then the last card is the Creator. Before I even read the Creator or know the card number, it feels like an androgynous energy. Because in the androgynous space, again, things are mutable. This is like the canvas itself, the land itself, the atmosphere itself, and what they call God. God, so to speak, would be in an androgynous space. This is where things are created at. All possibilities. You can create whatever you want, or you can have boundaries and think that you can't create things. Not boundaries, but you can have blockages and restrictions upon yourself, and karmic knots that haven't been untied, and then you will be blocked from doing whatever the fuck you want. But in this space, this is what we're on either end of the spectrum. So I'm reading this from an androgynous space. So, because it came up in the upright, which it don't matter. It doesn't matter. It don't matter. When you're talking androgynous, ain't no good or bad. It just is what it is. The Creator. Let's see. The Creator probably, will be a self. This is number 22. 22 is relationships. Relating to something that also understands how to relate to you, which is going to cause a 4 energy, understanding thoughts and things, or a product. 4 is a physical energy, like you actually created a tool out of your creative mind. And that's that goes back to that entertainment perspective, what you are entertaining. If it's not something that comes from, if it's not something that is actually a part of your internal purpose, like say I like to watch comedy, but I'm a comedian, that's kind of low-key different if you were to engulf and low-key obsess yourself with that, if it had an actual purpose behind it. But if you don't actually got no purpose behind it, and you're becoming obsessed and overindulging in some shit that you like just out for the sake of entertainment, you're doing a detriment to yourself, and the give and take reciprocal outcome is going to be kind of like dry, and it's going to cause you to overwork and overexert just so that you can maintain this basic surface level as entertainment. But if you were to be the creator yourself, you would be able to indulge in other creative things just for pleasures, and it also still giving you some type of fulfillment that's beyond that fleshly carnal ass fulfillment and satisfaction. This would be a more soul type fulfillment, something that can actually be carried on from this lifetime to the next, or something that has been continued on from the previous lifetime. It can be, you know what I'm saying? You can pass it down, like even a talent. You being able to have children that have similar talents, or a talent that's on the same, this is potent. But let me read this. The creator. Where we at? I said the creator was a self. Yeah. Page, the number of the creator is 105. That's 6 energy. That's the individual with the open space to mixed colors. Because 5 is emotion. Y'all can't see the numbers, but just listen to the words I'm saying. 5 is an emotion. That's the feminine space. The 1 is an individual masculine emotion. 0. This is page number 105. The individual is 1. 0 is the space, and 5 is the mixing of emotions, multiple. So this is like you, 1, having the space, the canvas, 0, and using all the colors or all the emotions or all of the experiences and making something beautiful out of them, 5. But let's read it out the book though. Okay, the creator, the first archetype of the trio of existence. Okay, see, I told y'all, if you were to, I ain't finna box God in at all, or I don't even want to use the word God, because what that's a box in itself. But all possibilities would be in the androgynous space, and that's where the creator is at. The first archetype in the trio of existence, and 105 is equals to 6. So yeah, but anyway, it is not intimidated by darkness, because when you're in the void, you don't even know what that is. They know that from the void, creation inevitably emerges with meager, minimal, and outlandish materials. The creator reveals a new image because you made something out of nothing. They make the empty room resonate with healing sounds. Before there was anything, there was nothing, and then became different frequency vibrations, which resonated as colors or sounds. Eventually, they turned into elements. And after that, the elements begin to formulate into actual organs and organisms. Now, here we are today. But before any of that, there was just nothing. And that's how you can create. So that lets you know that things can be, if we created all of this out of nothing, how much more can you create something with the little that you do have? You got something. So don't act like you ain't got shit. You got something. And even if you ain't got nothing, you got your mind. You can't see it, but it's there. Unless you just brain fucking dead. But anyway. So they make the empty room resonate with healing sounds. They generate bounty from the seed that others tossed away. Though generative, the archetype annihilates preconceived notions of what is possible. You can't tell me what's possible when you can't know, because ain't nothing there and it's all possibility. So how you gonna tell me what can be done? You can't. So we're gonna empty that space out so that we can have a clear space of creation on our canvas. The creator, hold on. Leaving unexpected openings in the wake of its, hold on, let me read that over. Though generative, this archetype annihilates preconceived notions of what is possible, leaving unexpected openings in the wake of its destruction. So when you think something is all gone, God, as the Bible says, has a ram in a bush. But it's not, we're not talking about the Bible, what it's saying. We're just looking at it from the unbiased perspective that has truth to it. The creator does this by first being absolutely present to what is. Not imagining or wishing things were different, but recognizing things for what the fuck they are. It is what it is. Androgynous energy just is. It ain't got nothing to do with good or bad. It's the truth of the matter. So the truth of the matter is, this is what you have collected and painted. Whether you think it's pretty or not, you can gauge how you want to look at things based off of how you can change your perspective at any moment. The creator does this by first absolutely present to what is, not imagining or wishing things were different. And second, trusting that a force greater than themselves awaits constant collaboration. I'm going to say trusting that the mechanisms of life will calibrate things, and then you can know what next step to take. Because I don't want to say that something greater than you, just like something is greater than you, there's also something greater than that, and that can be minimized to know that you're greater than something else. You know, so we're not talking about good or bad. The book just said that they're in the creative space. We're not gauging or judging based off of carnal as intelligence or basic surface level as thinking. So I don't know why the book turned right around and started talking about something is greater or some shit, but whatever. Whether we call it nature, God, goddess, Shakti, or divinity, it remains nameless. It is the creator's lifelong companion. Type shit. What time is it, y'all? Okay, I've been here 50 minutes. I really got a little extra energy. I'm just concerned that I need to be in the house. So, before we dip, should I read some else? Because I can go in some more on the creator. Let's wrap this up, okay? The offering. So, overall, look, these cards are very like, give similar energy. We got the vow. The vow is something that you promise to do. Promise yourself, and you speak that out your mouth, or you at least have an internal understanding of what is needed. The offering is the things that are going to end up being reciprocal. This is you not having to work hard, but the work being so loved to you, it's not hard in return. So this is reciprocal. The offering being something that you can end up, it may look like it fell in your lap, but it's based on what you have. It's based on what you have, the flow that you have created, and how you have sacrificed certain things and found them. Actually, that wasn't a sacrifice, and it ended up being reciprocal. So the offering is reciprocal as well. The creator is in this androgynous space. This is something that you create out of nothing. You being able to create your own entertainment. What you are entertained by actually is something that feeds your creative nature type shit. Because we got these energies over here, which was entertainment energies and things. I forgot what Leo is in Mars. That's why. Over here in the astrology deck, we got the one energies, the 10th house and the first house. So it's all based off of you. You being the one that can shape shift the androgynous space or the atmosphere. And it's all based on how your imagination is set up. How good you can work that, and you can work yourself with nothing. How good you can be satisfied with what you already have, so that you can build upon that in reciprocity, and that creating an offering from out of nowhere, that creating a flow that you'll never have to like necessarily be alone. Like when I say that, I mean like, okay, if you was to go to another city or state, it would be great to have somebody there that you know, so that if something happens, you can always call them. But what I mean, that's what I mean by you never being alone. You never, if something were to happen based on this flow and this reciprocation and this vow to yourself, and you being determined and continuing to be consistent at what you are doing, although you may think is nothing, that's where God is at, in the nothing space. So this is going to cause a chain reaction or flow with you always having the things that you need, you never being left behind, because you didn't leave things behind. You saw the worthiness in things that could have been worthless if a basic ass person were up to it. But you knowing how to create something out of nothing, and knowing that that is precious in itself. Type shit. Now I'm finna dip because I enjoyed this. And before I run it too far, I'm finna go. I would read one more. Let me see. 53 minutes. We're gonna read one more to make it a whole hour. Or closer to it. We're going to read out the empathic deck. Cool. More to the situation. My message. Okay, Alba. So we're going to do a little bit more then. Early day. We're going to do a little more. Just a tad bit. Just to close it on out. That'll make me at a complete hour. That's pretty good for me. And like the way that shuffle. One more shuffle. One more shuffle. Okay. Stuck at the bottom of the deck, but we ain't pull it out. We ain't talking about stuck. We talking about how you unstick shit by creating what the fuck you want, because you see what you got and you can see the use of it. Nothing goes in vain. I don't want those. Those fell on the floor. Why did I put those? Oh, I didn't put all of them back. I still got some of them out. Affirming a great day to you as things much move forward, right? Because we finna dip and we finna start our day. We're starting our day with quite an understanding. The moon is in Gemini. You allowed a Gemini to be the first words that you heard, probably, for the most part. I don't know. Y'all might have been scrolling already, but whatever. So the day is going to have some clarity to it. I'm speaking it, and it is so. Come on now. Authenticity. It came out in this reverse. But whatever, we're going to hold on. Give me two more real quick. Authenticity, that's 36, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 energy, androgynous energy. 3 being that Mercury Gemini energy. 6 being, hold up. 6 being androgynous. Resistance, that's a 9 energy again. My cards always come out making fucking sense. Don't ask me how. That's resistance though. So a lack of authenticity will cause resistance. You can break through resistance just by being authentic. So if in the moment there's nothing to actually assert yourself on, but you're just in your moment, you just look around you and be authentic in your mind. Take it for what it is. Shit is fucked up. That room is dirty. Go clean it up. You need to wash some dishes. You hungry or you late too much. Whatever the fuck. You need to be authentic with that. Gemini is in the moon space so that the understandings and things can be internal. They don't have to be to somebody else. They can just be with yourself. That's going to shapeshift the environment. That's going to cause you to have tools around you that will assist you through knowing what to do next, so that you won't feel that empty void inside. You know how when you don't do what you're supposed to do, maybe you don't even remember what to do, but it's always like, damn, a nagging feeling because something is missing. Being authentic in itself, being honest, being straightforward and truthful with whatever is around you at every moment will help those resistance blocks. Stardust, number 5, it was in the reverse. Whatever. Stardust, I remember this card is like, it's about your birth chart or about your energies, about your personal energies. You, that one energy, because we had 1 in 10th house come out. So I don't plan on, what time is it? We got 3 minutes. 45, no, first we're going to read authenticity. 36. The mask is my shield, but my true self shines from within. Whatever. Empaths, let's just say a spirit in a body, experience many situations of word and deed that do not match the energy of what the intention is. Right. Be authentic. Be real. If you don't feel good, act like it. Ain't nothing wrong with letting it's nothing. Now I ain't saying like, because I got a Cancer stellium. I'm not saying throw your emotions around and just be a little bitch about it. But if something is not like, if you're not actually happy, you don't have to fake it with a fake ass smile. The authenticity with a genuine individual in a genuine space, a person may be like, she don't look like she feel good. I fuck with her, so go sit down. You ain't got to come to work today. But if you put that fake ass smile on, you might end up, when you clock out, having to go to the hospital. And who's going to be at the hospital with you? Nobody but yourself. So, like, come on now. Empaths, the spirit and the body experience many situations of word and deed that do not match the energy of what the intention was. As a spirit in the body, you are the first one to know the truth of pure intention. You're the first one to know how you feel. But an empath or a spirit in the body, I might go through this book. Now I ain't got time. I was gonna say I might go through this book and scratch out every word that says empath, and I don't got time to do that shit though. But a spirit in the body must also decide for themselves, decide if they are being authentic. Like I told the individual earlier that asked me to read her about her finances. If you listen to what I'm saying and you be authentic about how you are consuming what I'm saying and applying what I'm saying, how it applies to you, be for real about it, you'll know your own answers to what you need to do with whatever that question was she asked me. Because you don't have to know the full circle yet. You got to go through the process. You can't know everything and then go through it. That wouldn't even, what would be the fucking point? unless you're coming at things from a surface level, and the only point that you give a damn about is making sure that you pay your bills so that you can watch Love and Hip Hop all night Friday night or some shit. But if you're actually like trying to hear so that you, for guidance, true guidance, then you'll know that nobody can't know specifically what's going to happen. You can only feel for yourself and have a deeper understanding within yourself based off of what you observe from external of you. Not reading tarot or watching tarot for all the answers. That's not the fucking point. Am I hiding? Wait a minute. Are you creating a false self, or are you creating a false self for others to see? Because if you create a false self, you're going to start seeing yourself in that same distorted light, which is going to cause a deeper fracture, and that will last from lifetime to lifetime. Probably something that carried on from the previous. 45, resistance. Okay. Oftentimes, along the path of an empath, lessons that may seem to keep showing up that are recurring, reoccurring themes of choices that are uncomfortable. This discomfort can create a fierce resistance within any change, not allowing the chance to navigate the lesson that is representing itself as a teaching. Yeah, you trying to look at things like, oh, woe is me. No, it's just a lesson, and you need to learn through it. That's kind of the point too. The resistance is not something that's bad necessarily. You can be your mom can hold you up from leaving her house, and you finally get a chance to leave, and it's a big ass accident at the stop sign. It could have been you. The resistance serves a purpose. So embrace even that. Equalize even that. Don't look at for as much as you can. Now, I'm not saying that you're don't have emotions and actual thoughts, but for as much as you can, when anything happens to you, even good. But it's okay to indulge in the pleasures. But sometimes even the good things, you can't be too overexcited about the good or the bad sometimes. You got to sometimes keep things equalized. Because I have had experience to where I've been overexcited for too much. And as high as I was up, that's as low as I fucking fell. Even though that was just a part of the cycle. It wasn't nothing major, but it's like, you know what I'm saying? So even when you see these amazing corresponding synchronicities, don't be so hype about those, because you'll be too excited to where it's things that's even greater than that, but you won't be able to perceive it because of the over emphasis you put on the small, because you were in a smaller space and thought that was something that was like woohoo, but it's other things that it goes further than that. So the resistance serves a purpose. The resistance is for learning lessons, learning purposes and shit. Gemini being in the heart space right now. I don't want to read no more because it's almost, it's been an hour and 2 minutes. Stardust, this is just you understanding your own energies. However your energies are, it's going to cause a chain reaction and flow with the things around you. I'm finna go though, y'all. I fuck with y'all. Fuck with y'all. Peace out.